1, 2, 3. Hey guys, it's Mouse. As promised, we're going to hit on o.c.o.k.a. Now what o.c.o.k.a is the format that the military uses to decide how defendable an area is. Now that's defendable as if you want to defend it, and that's also how defendable is an area if you're wanting to attack it. So o.c.o.k.a, that's o.c.o.k.a. So if you want a second to write this down, we're going to go over exactly what o.c.o.k.a means. Now, the first O is observation. How well can you see from the point you're trying to defend? If the further you can see, the better. So observation, preferably something like a hilltop, something like that. Let's say you can see really far. The next one, the C, stands for cover and concealment. Now those are two separate things. Cover is something I could jump behind to protect myself from small arms fire. So if someone's shooting at me with a machine gun, I can jump behind this and I'm protected. That's cover. Concealment is nothing more than just being hidden. Concealment would be something like hiding behind a bush or wearing something like a ghillie suit. That's concealment. Preferably, you want both cover and concealment. So let's say I jump in a bunker that's also concealed pretty well. That's cover and concealment. So if you can get good observation, but also have cover and concealment, you're doing pretty good. The next one is obstacles. So now I have observation, I have cover and concealment. Now I want some obstacles, preferably natural obstacles, between me and the enemy, where I think the enemy is going to come and attack me too. I want something to slow them down and hinder their approach to me. And like I said, mostly you want natural, such as trees or large boulders, creeks, big rock formations, so on and so forth, briar patches, whatever it may be. Okay. The next one is key terrain. That's what the K stands for, key terrain. Now key terrain, even in today's modern technology, hills are still key terrain, hilltops. Mainly because you want to be fighting downhill. And hilltops give you good observation. They can also be used as fire points. We'll get into that later. They can also be used for reverse slope defense. Once again, we'll get into that later. The last one is avenues of approach. What ways can people come in to attack me? You want to limit the avenues of approach. If I'm just a house sitting in the middle of an open field, well then the avenues of approach is 360. But if I manage to block most of that off but one or two exits or entrances, then now I've controlled the avenues of approach, and I can do something like an entry control point or an ECP. We'll get into that later. So o.c.o.k.a, observation, cover and concealment, obstacles, key terrain, and avenues of approach. Anytime you're planning a mission or you're patrolling, anything like that, o.c.o.k.a should constantly be in your mind. If you're fixing to stop during the middle of a patrol or even bugging out, you want to think o.c.o.k.a. Where can I stop that I'm going to have observation, preferably cover and concealment? I'm going to have obstacles in between the avenues of approach. Hopefully I've got key terrain. I'm not in the bottom of a valley somewhere where I'm pinned down. Always think o.c.o.k.a because that's how you're going to plan your routes. So we're going to talk about this a lot more in the future. So if you ever hear me say o.c.o.k.a, this is what I'm talking about. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back to you as soon as I can with another video.